Hello, welcome to another Zatu video. Today I'm looking at the top 5 games that are still newish to me at this point in time, which is of course Tabletop Gaming Live Virtual 2020. So I'm just going to go through top 5 for me, not in any particular order. These are just 5 games that I think are really good. I'm going to give an honourable, controversial mention to Pendulum. Pendulum is a game that is absolutely not for me, but if you read the review on our blog, you'll see that Jim really loved it. So it's an interesting game. It's a game that attempts something different, and depending on who you listen to, either achieves that really well or not so well. So do go check that out if you're interested in messing around on real-time elements. Right, into my list. We're going to start with Court of Miracles, the Court of Miracles. This is being put out by Lucky Duck Games, although it was originally a Kickstarter from another company. I was still involved, but Lucky Duck are publishing it in Europe. The Court of Miracles is a quasi-area control game where you have 6 renown tokens, and to win the game you just have to get them out onto the board. There are 5 spots you can get them out onto by paying, and they're permanent, untouchable, but there are other spots in the town, in the different districts of the town, that are not temporary, but you can be knocked off that spot. And what you're doing in a turn is taking one of your rogue tokens, which has your colour token on top. Underneath will have a different ability or strength, and you're putting it in one of the districts. Each district only has 3 spaces. When they're full, you're going to flip them all over, count the numbers. The person who wins that district is going to put their renown token there. It's really simple. It's super quick for a game that comes in a box, like a box board game. With 2 players, I think we were done in 20 minutes. But it's really, really clever. And it does area control in a nice, variable way. There's a lot of mitigation. It's very interactive, very in your face. But I love it. I love it. It's simple to learn. The board is shaped a bit like the Millennium Falcon. So if you like area control, if you like quick, pacey games that are easy to learn but have this kind of depth underneath them, do check out the Court of Miracles. Next is Ride the Rails, the second in the Winsome Games series, I believe it's called, from Capstone Games after Irish Gorge. Ride the Rails is brilliant. It is a game I recommend people pick up after they're done with Ticket to Ride, or perhaps they want a bit more meat than Ticket to Ride. You are on your turn taking one of the different coloured trains, and that's your share in that company, and depending on which shares you have, you can then place out trains onto the map. You're trying to build routes between towns, and you're trying to use the routes with a passenger that reward you the most. However, invariably you're going to be rewarding other people as you do that as well, and who you kind of team up with each turn is really, really important. Therefore it does work better with a higher player count, but even at the minimum 3 it had a lot of fun. There is a lot of depth to the gameplay, and yet my non-gaming brother and mother both managed it, and my mum only lost to me by 4 points. Next up we have Infinity Gauntlet, Love Letter game. I've done a review of this on the Zatu channel. I love Infinity Gauntlet. It's my favourite version of Love Letter. There's no player elimination. It's 1 versus many. The 2-player version works really well. In it, you're either trying to defeat Thanos, or you're Thanos trying to gather the gauntlet of stones, Infinity Stones, or defeat the heroes. It works brilliantly. It goes from being limited information to a lot of information, and as you get further through, you have more and more information with which to make efficient attacks. And there is a meta that swings back and forth as you play it regularly with the same group. You might find the heroes winning for a while, and then the people learn to play Thanos better, and the heroes adapt. It's fantastic. Fourthly, we have Smartphone Inc. This is a wonderful game with a dual layered board. Not a dual layered player board, a dual layered board. The main board has 2 layers, and it's super gorgeous. It is easy to play economic game about selling smartphones to the best markets, but it does a lot of really clever things with this. The way you choose your actions, you have 2 cardboard 2x3 grids, and you're trying to cover them up so that you get a certain amount of actions. What you cover up will give you goods, but what you show will give you your actions. And despite that sounding confusing, the way the rounds work is structured brilliantly. It's very, again, interactive game, and I have a lot of fun with this one. And I think this could be, if you have people in your family who like the business side of Monopoly, then this is one that, it's nothing like Monopoly in a lot of ways, but if they like the business side of Monopoly, the earning of money and the taking advantage of that thing, then this is a great one to show them. Lastly, the recent hotness, Mariposas, the butterfly game from Wingspan, designer Elizabeth Hargrave. It's fantastic. For me, it's better than Wingspan. You spread out across the map trying to score points, and you're driven to spread out across the map because of the way the points work, but then you have to get back, and when to breed into the next generation of butterflies is a really, really key decision, and my 10-year-old grokked it before I did and beat me and my wife. That is 5 new games that I really think are worth looking at. Do enjoy Tabletop Gaming Live. Look out for our special offers and deals on the website and our social media, and let us know what are your favourite games at the minute. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time on Zatu.